I'm Blanche, and welcome to Feast in the Middle East, where I make Middle Eastern food fast, easy, and modern. And I have my mamacita here with me, Vera, and she really is the inspiration behind Feast in the Middle East, why I wanted to create this series, to really pay homage to my mom's cooking. And she's here to help me make falafel. Now, falafel is actually an Arabic word derived from the word filfil, which means hot. So traditionally falafel are really hot, right?
They're supposed to be hot.
Really, which I don't really like it that much like that, but my dad, my mom, they like it like
the
that.
hotter it is, the more they like it.
It's like the original nugget. Before chicken nuggets, we had falafel. What I did was I bought chickpeas, hummus, they're called hummus, right?
Yes.
Garbanzo beans, and I soaked them overnight,
Yes.
right? Which is what I'm
A
supposed
little
to.
bit of baking soda.
With a little bit of baking soda, she said, to soak it. So these have been soaked overnight. I have about a cup of garbanzo beans that have been soaked. So I'm just gonna kind of do it. We're gonna work with our hands here, people. If you are squirmy about working with your hands, this is not the right cuisine for you. Because you got to work with your hands, and our hands are thoroughly washed.
We
So
washed them. We disinfected them.
yeah, we're
soap.
yes, exactly. We got the antibacterial soap going on. So we've got that. Now the next key is I have some garlic. How much garlic should I use?
I would say for 1 cup, about 4 cloves of garlic.
Four
for
cloves?
2 cups, about 8 cloves of garlic.
Okay, so I've got about that much in here. A little more. So we've got the minced garlic, right?
Yes, and
Let's go with the spices.
let's do the onions.
Oh,
next.
let's do, onions. Now, generally you want to use white onions, like a whole white onion is fine. I actually had purple onion. I just wanted to see what it would taste like with purple, just to experiment, because that's what I do. So I'm just going to put onions, purple, white, whatever kind of onions you like. And what makes a falafel green is?
Green is the parsley.
Parsley. So we're going to put some parsley in here. This is a vegetarian dish, but it's really meaty and very filling and very hearty, as you will see. Now, for the spices, I have got some coriander seed, some ground coriander seed. How much would you say do we need?
Oh, coriander seed, about maybe a teaspoon, half a teaspoon.
Half a teaspoon?
Yeah.
A half a teaspoon of coriander seed.
Yeah.
All right, so these are ground.
I like more the cumin.
You like the cumin, right? So how much cumin? Maybe
double
that?
I would say about a teaspoon.
A whole teaspoon.
Yeah. And then I go.
Let's not use those. Actually, I kind of want to throw those out the window because I feel like people get so bogged down with measurements that they get nervous about cooking, and I don't want people to get nervous about cooking. I just want them to say, hey, I want to use this much spices and it's going to taste good. So this is about a teaspoon right there. So that's a teaspoon of cumin. We call it
Of
kamoon.
course, the best, you have to kind of taste it, and that's your best
Judgment, right.
judgment.
I'm just going to put a bunch of salt
Salt.
and some pepper. A lot of pepper. Good amount of pepper. And then, because it's filfil, which means hot in Arabic, you want to put the hot stuff. So I have red pepper, but you could use cayenne, you could use whatever kind. I'm not going to go ballistic with this because I don't like it too spicy, but is that good enough?
I would say that's a quarter of a teaspoon, but if you like it more, you can
No,
always add
that's
half
good.
a teaspoon.
That's good for me.
This stuff is hot.
This stuff is hot.
This stuff is hot.
So then all we have to do now is
It's
blend it.
I think probably we're okay.
You want to take a look? I'm dropping everything today.
That's okay. That's what happens in
Well,
the kitchen. I mean, that's what
happens when you have too many chefs in the
cooking,
kitchen,
that's,
right? We're just like
just,
bumping and dropping everything.
That's what cooking is all about.
Anyways, so
So,
what do you think? Is
yeah.
that a good consistency?
Let me taste the salt first before we take
This
it
is
out.
a mark of a really good cook, is someone who tastes her food even before it's cooked.
We're okay on the salt.
You think we're cool?
A little bit more of cumin, I think.
More cumin? Okay.
It's perfect. We just, I like a little bit more cumin.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll just mix that up.
And so, yeah, that's it.
Perfect. It's good? All right, now we are going to fry this in sunflower seed oil because we actually, actually Palestinian falafel, they use sunflower oil, which is actually an excellent oil for cooking in. So that we're going to stay true to that. Actually, my best memory of eating falafel was from a Palestinian guy in Bethlehem, and he was selling them, and they were so good that he was like eating one and giving me one, and eating one and giving somebody else one.
My
And he had
best-
this huge gut.
My best.
But I knew it was good. It was
I know.
amazing. It was the
But
best
my best
falafel.
experience with falafel is a guy who owns a store right across the street from the Nativity Church in Bethlehem, and he has this place that's been there forever. Everybody knows his place. We go there to have the best falafel, and his are just. I don't know if it's being close proximity with the holy site or what is it, but
He has, like, holy
he has,
falafel.
like his falafel are to die for.
We add some a teaspoon of baking powder and about a half a teaspoon of baking soda. This is going to help them rise. So let's say you make some falafel dough. You could store it in the fridge, but when you're ready to fry them, you add the baking powder and the baking soda. You don't want to do that in advance if you're not going to fry them right away.
Yeah.
So we're just adding this kind of last minute. And we have our falafel gizmo here. Now, if you don't have this, this is what we use. This is like a falafel maker right here. And this is really old school. As you see here, it's been in the family for a really long time.
I've had it forever.
But if you don't have this, you can actually roll them with your hands. It's no biggie. You could
Yeah.
make them like cute little balls and
You
fry them,
definitely
and
can.
that's fine.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna kind of pile it like this.
That's how that fat dude was doing it in Bethlehem.
Of course, he does millions of it every day.
I wish I knew
And,
his name. I just call him the fat dude from Bethlehem.
And he's good. And one trick I learned, sometimes in the middle it doesn't get cooked all the way. What I do is I kind of put a little bit of, like a little hole so that it will, get, the oil will get to the middle and get it fried.
Oh, so it's cooked from the inside.
Yeah.
See, that's a Vera tip right there,
Yeah.
folks. Put a
That's
little hole in the
something-
middle, and the oil will seep in, and it'll cook the
Yeah.
falafel inside and out.
And
Okay, so you're probably thinking, well, I don't eat deep fried stuff. That stuff's fattening. I know, but you know what?
you could bake
Too,
it.
you could bake it. I've tried baking it, and it turns out great. You could even pan saute it too, pan fry it actually with some olive oil spray, and it turns out really good, especially if you put it in a sandwich with like garlic, yogurt, salt, hummus, tomato. It tastes amazing. You really don't need to deep fry it. We're just keeping it true to the traditional way that falafel is made. But you could definitely think out of the box and do it your way.
You could add sesame seeds too if you want.
Yeah.
And
I
they-
always have sesame
Yeah,
seeds.
you could
I
add
actually
sesame
have
seeds.
some.
Yeah.
So if
could
you were to
add-
put sesame seeds, would you put it like in the process
In
while
there.
you're making it, or inside?
Inside, and
Oh, well,
just stir.
shoot. Well, I didn't do that earlier, but let me put some in here now. Might as well.
It's not, that's enough.
That's
It's not
good.
a necessity, but
Adds
you
nutty
know,
flavor,
it's-
right?
It just it makes it,
Especially when you
fancy.
deep fry it. So.
Yeah.
Ooh, Mom, those are looking good.
I hope so.
I get really excited when we make stuff like this because you think, oh, this is so fancy, so difficult to make. I could only get this in a restaurant. No, how long did this take us?
There you go.
We just put in the food processor, in the fryer, done. This is awesome. I say we taste them, Mom.
Let's taste them.
This is what you want them to look like. Now they're hot. I'm always used to dealing with hot food, but look, they're crunchy on the outside. That
Perfect.
beautiful green color
Perfect.
and
Perfect.
chewy on the inside.
Cooked to perfection. Mmm.
Mm.
Now your dad.
I want to dunk them in some hummus.
Your dad would have liked it a little bit more
It's like
spicy.
Arabic frosting.
But I like them like
Here.
this. I don't like the spicy ones, so this is perfect for me.
Mm.
This is really, really good. Oh my God.
My mouth is gonna burn off. It's so good.
Mm. That's how we eat them back home,
Mm-hmm.
right out of the frying pan.
Cheers to the fat Bethlehem dude.
Yep, we did it again.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you for joining us on Feast in the Middle East. To see more dishes like this, go to feastinthemiddleeast.com. You can catch me on Facebook, Twitter, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for all of your positive feedback so far. We're just going to continue digging into this falafel, right, Mom?
Oh my God.
Until next time.
Yeah.